I seen Hidden Colors before, the first and all. I seen all of them, but yesterday it just hit like a little harder because I'm at that point in my life where I'm just coming to terms with certain things, how society is. I'm talking about white supremacy. I'm coming to terms with how this society is structured. And I don't really know, to be honest, because everybody on here doesn't produce content. So I don't know really the race demographics unless somebody blatantly says some shit about black people or white people. Then I know, okay, most likely he's white or he's black. Like when somebody, and also the way people word their comments, I could tell a little bit better too. Like if you come off a little too condescending, I know you're probably white. And if you're a little more direct with your shit, like if you're a little too sarcastic or too cunning with the things you say, you're most likely white. If you're black, you're blatantly telling me, like, fuck out of here, man. I don't like that coon shit you're doing. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah, the reason only I brought that up because I got this comment. Somebody was like, I'm dating a black girl, so it's no racism. White supremacy, it's like, that's so 1960. It's like, once again, people always referring to themselves. When you're trying to talk about an issue that you're dealing with, people always have to talk about themselves. Like, you just dating a black girl because you have a fetish for one who doesn't have a lot of self-esteem going on, you feel like that just ends everybody's oppression and struggle. But I'm coming to terms with just how society is. And you may ask, what do you mean by that? Well, the way things are set up, from jails, prisons, jobs, education, banks, the wars that we start and we lose, everything. We know who controls everything. And I really feel so ignorant. A lot of the things I used to believe in. Because there's people who took what I said pretty to heart. They took it to heart. And I never understood it until I got older. I'm like, man, this is just how it is. This is just the world we live in. And let me give you a little example of what I mean. So, you're telling me that something like, I don't know, people getting turned out in jail, as in they now are being used as a sex slave in prison. You telling me that goes on and the powers that be who make it happen don't do anything to stop it? They allow this to go on. And it's like, we know who controls prisons. So I'm not speaking up for criminals. I'm not taking up for people who commit crimes, but they don't try to fix why they're committing crimes. They don't try to do anything where they can stop committing crimes. How about give them a second chance where they don't have a record so they can find a decent job, where they don't have to go back, because you're not going to survive off minimum wage. Or have it where they're not committing crimes to begin with. How you ever thought about that? But I'm just coming to terms with everything, man. And that documentary really opened up my eyes. It's just only if he could produce stuff like that all the time. I have not watched Buck Breaking, and I'm not going to watch it. I don't want to hear about rape of other men. That's the only rape that I find worse than child molestation. Raping other men, male on male rape, is worse than child molestation. 10 times is worse. because a lot of times it's not for gratification. It's for humiliation, and that's more sicker than child molestation. That's what I watched all day. I watched all 5. Looking at those birds, they look like they're not gonna eat my seeds. It's all good. Well, they eating the seeds over here. Every time I come over, they just run away. I'm gonna leave them like right here. I wanna like pick it up. But yeah, this is what the world we live in. White supremacy.